Your Galo Kid, Knicks fans, welcome to episode 32. And let me
Yes,
tell you,
sir.
episode 32 is a game changer because we are in person.
Yes,
We
sir.
are here. We are live. We doing it big. We living it up right here. I'm got with my guy, Zebo, obviously six man of Knicks fans. Wally, you already know the vibes
Let's
of Zebo.
go.
And of course, with my co-host, Don Juan,
We out
man.
here,
You
we
know,
out
as
here,
I always
man.
do, I'm going to give it to y'all, man. Zebo, tell the people it's really good.
Shit, man. Back in the city, man. I'm hype. I'm here with my guys, bro. We not virtually no more, so we can bring that energy face to face. You already know.
Tell the
Don
people
Juan in the
it's
building,
good.
man. Looking forward to season 3 of our show, man. It's been a drag of a summer with this whole Donovan Mitchell saga, but we're here now. We passed that. We can look
Yes,
forward
sir.
and actually like picture the season and see what the hell's gonna happen,
Yeah,
man.
man.
From
Make
Tibbs to is Obi gonna play enough minutes? IQ is gonna play enough minutes, man. I'm excited for the season, and I can't wait to be in the garden with the fans. Wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
nah.
Make
It's gonna be a
sure to
good
tune into
season.
the episode. We talked about everything from tips to matchups to closing lineups. This was a fire episode. Make sure to tune in, and before the episode, grab a shot. Everybody, I want you to grab a shot. We got a shot here. And let's take a shot, man. Welcome to episode 32, man. You already
Yes,
know the
sir.
vibe.
Sir.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah, fellas. So here we are, live and direct, straight from Triple M's house, man. Welcome to the house, man. Thank you for coming through, family. I'm excited, man. It's our first in-person show. Really fun, man. We got the liquors. You know what we do? We got the liquors flowing, everything sipping. You feel me. But yeah, fellas, what a summer! It's been a long time since we talked.
Yeah.
Knicks
Yeah.
and a Knicks thing. So man, yeah, I had an amazing summer, a lot of fun, and watching the Knicks do a lot of things. So I'm gonna start with you, Zebo. How was your summer, and how do you think the Knicks was rocking this summer?
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, the summer was good. I mean, this is the, I mean, we've been doing these episodes virtually. So, just moved back to New York. So,
Oh, welcome
Hey,
back,
what's
welcome
up?
back, welcome
yeah,
back.
man,
welcome
I'm
back.
I'm back in the city.
yeah, man, I'm hyped about that. But man, just knowing that Donovan Mitchell is in the state where I used to live is a little, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little salty about it. But other than that, man, it's good to be back, man. We about to have a great season, so
Yeah,
I can't even complain, man.
It's true. Don Juan, how was your summer, man? Talk about your
It
summer.
was, personally, it was good. Personally, got a lot of trips with the fam, whatnot. But as a Knicks fan, I'll just say it was good. There's a lot of entertainment, whether it was pro-ams with Brunson and, got to see a bit of Julius and Obi playing together, Brunson and Obi. Got to see some bit of like camaraderie between those three. Would have loved to see RJ out and about, but RJ is always low key.
Yeah.
But besides the pro-am, I mean, the elephant in the room, Donovan Mitchell. Maybe not the elephant in the room. I feel like we kind of passed that a bit, at least by now.
It's a dead horse at this
Yeah,
point.
But we were counting on him to be here.
Yeah, man.
And realistically, going into the off season, this is why I wasn't so butthurt about the whole Donovan Mitchell going to the off season. We wouldn't think Donovan Mitchell's gonna be available this off season. Maybe the following season. If anything, the prize was always on Brunson to become a Knick, and we got him, so that was cool. But besides that, I mean, it was a good off season. I'm glad that we improved overall. I think we're about to see some this off this
Yeah,
upcoming
man.
season.
It was a long summer. We deserve a shot after this summer.
Right.
We're about to pour up right here. Fellas is lit live right now together. No more virtual.
Yeah, the virtual thing.
Yeah.
The COVID with COVID, we learned a couple things, and maybe that's one thing we learned that we maximize what we can do, the capabilities. But right now this whole live thing is a little different.
We actually 6 feet apart, I think. It's like
Oh, still social distance.
social distance. Yo,
Exactly.
shout
Cheers.
out. Welcome. Knicks fans wild and we lit right here. Let's get it. Damn, that's the thing that just puts like a lot of hair on your chest right now. A lot of hair on your chest. Yeah, the Donovan Mitchell it's a dead horse. Like we thought we wanted him. We thought we had him.
Honestly, that's what it was.
We thought we had him, man. And it is what it is. You know, you could go back to the Knicks should have added this. The Knicks are
Should've
wide
done that, right?
for putting RJ in the deal, but it is what it is. Let's just move past it. Let's go into the season, man. What a crazy summer, lit summer.
Right.
Actually saw Farron Hunt and Jericho Sims
Yes,
over
sir.
the summer down in the Lower East Side. You know, regular Triple M form. I was Nick down, Nick side, Nick's book bag, Nick's shirt, Nick's shorts, and somebody was like, "Yo, that's a nice shirt," and I'm like, I look back right away. You know, this crazy Nick fan saw it was Farron Hunt. I was like, "Yo, Farron, what's up, man?" I tried to take. I was like, "Can I take a picture?" Took a picture, chopped it up with my man for a little bit, and he was like, "I'll be right back." I was like, "All right, whatever." You know, we was downtown, so we was about to leave, and before we left, I was with my boy Zebo right here, and he was like, he came back, and he came back with Jericho Sims, and now you know I'm like, all right, that's Jericho
That's what I was
Sims
really
right
like,
there.
yeah.
He was like, yo, Jericho, what's up, man? Gave him a pound, man. That dude,
My boy's looking swaggy
Yeah.
too, though.
I see that. He looked like he was.
Swaggy. I don't know about the swaggy.
He got his own swag. Though.
Yeah,
He had like some futuristic. You
Yeah,
know?
he had the shade. You know, he had the shades on.
He was doing his thing.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll give him that. We'll give him that.
They was fine. They was in the city,
Yeah,
out and
right,
about in the
exactly.
summer, a little fresh.
Maybe
You know?
I'm an old head already.
He just got his money too. That boy
And
was
plus,
out
it was
here.
Fashion Week too.
All right, all
so
right.
everybody
I'm an
was
old
out
head.
too.
I'm an old head. All right. Maybe I don't know this new
Right
trend.
now, happy get him.
Yeah, all right. And yeah, so then yeah, we chopped it up, gave him a pound, and that's when I noticed his thumb was so swollen. And I asked him like what happened to the thumb. He said he was just dunking so much in summer league that his thumb got hurt. He actually said he had surgery. So I didn't hear that reported. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was kept under the wraps. 'Cause
Yeah.
it hasn't been nothing
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
about that.
We'll see it. We'll see it if in training camp if more
Right.
things come out, or if maybe he was just talking.
But he was right though. He did have a good summer league. 'Cause
Yeah.
He definitely showed improvement.
And yeah, bro, that
Yeah,
was
nah,
dope.
summer league all around, honestly, was.
Yeah, he was just chilling.
We didn't mention about that, but that was part of our summer too. We
Yeah, that was
enjoyed
part of our
that.
summer.
Knicks made it to the championship
Exactly.
too. Like that was.
Quinn Grimes really showed out. So let's see if
Showed
this
out,
carries out
exactly.
into the season, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then
Was
They
the
actually
Jalen
gave
Brunson thing too? The Jalen Brunson's fan.
oh yeah, no
Like,
media in there,
no
but me
media,
and Juan
yeah.
was there, like fake media, we could say.
Yeah,
fake
you know.
media,
No, not real media. Nah, millennium media.
New media, new media,
Exactly,
They couldn't
yeah.
ask a question. They had the baby girl there only asking a question. Then she asked a question about his dog. So that's like a captain thing. But yeah, we had a lot of fun this summer, man. And I actually got a pair of sneakers that day too. They really was messing with our vibe.
Yeah, nah, they were showing love, man. To be honest with you, like they honestly they vibed us for a minute, yo. And forgot too, they honestly because you know we was on our way to go play ball, and they actually asked us like, yo, like what you guys about to do? Like it looks like you guys were about to play ball. And he's like, yeah. He's like, yo, what gym you guys going to? And you know we told them we're going right here in Stuyvesant. So yeah, bro, they honestly they wanted to chill with us for a few more hours. So yeah, nah, they really showed
Mess
love.
up the
that
vibe,
day.
they mess up
Yeah,
the
nah,
vibe.
they messed with us heavy, especially Mario too. So they
Let's
already
see,
know.
let's see, man. Shout out to Farron Hunt, Jericho Sims, man, for sure. They was really showing love right there.
Sure.
Yeah, bros. Let's get into a little Knicks topic. So we mentioned it briefly off season. A lot went on. We signed Jalen Brunson. We got Isaiah Hartenstein, and
Oh yeah.
we kept everybody else. Basically, we got rid of Burks, Noel, and Kemba. So a lot of moving pump on the 11th pick. So I want to ask you, Don Juan. Start with you. How would you rate the Knicks off season?
I would rate it honestly a B minus. A B minus, and it is wild because I've seen so many people kind of I'm not sure overreact and whatnot, but I feel like based off the roster we had last year, like we improved all around, got rid of the vets that we had on our team for a minute that we were like we need to get these guys out of here, and we opened some like minutes for the IQs and the Grimes. There's no replacement for Burks. There's a replacement for Kemba and Jalen Brunson, which is that was our biggest prize, and I think that that's honestly what to move on with this team. I think we needed a capable point guard, and we got that in Brunson. And Brunson is such a good player that I'm real confident in going into this year with a good point guard.
Yeah.
You had Alfred Payne, Kemba Walker, and Alec Burks as a point guard, as a fake point guard, and even still we managed to, 37 wins is pretty bad, but considering our expectations, yeah. But even still,
it's great. It's great if you compare the last 10 years of Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. But to have a point guard like Jalen Brunson that's gonna make the game so much easier for everybody, probably help out a guy like Julius Randle, take some pressure off of him. Set up guys like R.J. Berry, set up guys like Grimes, throw some oops to Mitchell, Obi, and whatnot. Like, I think that is a way to build from what we already had in our team. So that's why I think it's a B minus. And I would rate it higher, obviously, if you get a guy like Donovan Mitchell as a star prize. But even going into the season, I didn't have Mitchell as a target. According to sources, because sources been talking forever, but nobody says a name. Utah wasn't rebuilding. If anything, they were like retooling around Mitchell, trading Gobert, and then waiting to the All-Star game because the All-Star game is in Utah this summer, so they wasn't trading Mitchell. So I'm gonna stay with a B minus plus keep Hardenstein.
Yeah.
A backup center, a pretty legit center. We gave our opinion on that, like how he would affect the team, but like he's a great addition to the team. So B minus. Obviously, we want to start, but I think we're pretty good.
And you mentioned that we gave up Burks with no replacement. I think the replacement will be in house. I think they're expecting a grind or somebody else to step up. Talk about Cam Reddish. They expect somebody to replace Burks in house. So I think it was good, like you said, good points all around. What about you, Zilo? What off season grade would you give?
Yeah, man. I gotta agree with Don Juan. Like, I would give it a B. I would give it a solid B. I think main reason is we didn't get impatient. Because honestly, we could have done a Minnesota Timberwolves and just and could have just mortgaged the whole future, and we didn't do that. And honestly, that's a real next thing to do is to do something that Minnesota did. So for us to just hold it down, not let Danny Ainge kind of dictate what he's going to give us is honestly was a positive for me. Obviously, we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, and it was disappointing for like a day or two. But once you really think about it, it worked out. It works out more for the Cavs than what it did for us. So I can't even complain. And I mean, as far as the guys we did bring in now, I mean, Jalen Brunson. I mean, if you guys really think about it, when's the last time we really had a solid young point guard? Like someone that can drop 15, 17 points. That's really smart.
That's the number we asked.
I mean, that was his averages. I mean, it's not crazy, but to be honest, have we really had a point guard that's really been that good?
That was too
I mean, it's not.
But it's true.
You speaking fast.
But even still, like that's not bad.
It's not.
He's getting 15 points, like 6-7 assists.
And considering the fact that he was playing with probably the number 1, number 2 best player legit in the world, so I mean, you can't even. I can't even knock him for that. So, and he's gonna put our guys in a good spot. He's gonna give Julius Randle his touches. He's gonna give R.J. Barrett his touches. He's gonna put people in the right spot. So we just need somebody to just command that point guard position. We haven't had that, and also signing Isaiah Hardenstein.
Nobody can say his name right now.
We just gonna get used to it. We just gonna go with Isaiah, but he's solid too. He's definitely gonna stretch. He's definitely gonna stretch out the floor with his passing and 3-pointers. So that's good, and that's gonna be a good comp for Obi. And bro, I can't really complain. And we stockpile too. Like that's the good thing about us staying patient. Is that we did trade some of the I think we only got a second round draft pick in the draft, but we did stockpile for the future. And the way the NBA is going right now, there is going to be a star that's going to get tight and that's going to want out. So we just gotta again stay patient, and I think that star is going to come. So overall, I'll give it a B right now.
right. B minus, nice. You gotta take a sip of this. You know, nutcracker.
Yeah.
Pause, no homo. It's a nutcracker, people, right here.
Orange for Knicks.
Yeah, nah. If you from the city, you know. If you from the city, you definitely know.
You see that bottle, you already.
Yeah,
You already know where this is going.
Exactly.
You already
Yeah.
know where the night going. Nice summer night. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys actually, I think, are very fair. B minus. It's a very fair grade. I'm actually gonna give them a C. You know, not even a C plus, a C because obviously
Word.
we went all in for Donovan Mitchell. We even included R.J. Barrett in the deal. We really, really wanted Donovan Mitchell. And
I have
you
to
can
say
say
something about that though.
you can say Danny Ainge was unfair. You can say adding that fourth pick was not the smartest thing to do, or mortgaging the future was not the smartest thing to do for the it's a very next thing to do. But at the same time, that's what we wanted, and we didn't get him. So you know you have to look at Leon Rose and Co. and see like okay, you didn't land the plane. You know you have to learn to land the plane. If you want that big fish, you have to reel them in. So they didn't do it. So it was disappointing in all parts. And yeah, we got Jalen Brunson, overpaid for Jalen Brunson, but with the salary cap rising and stuff like that, I was not making a bigger deal like a lot of people did with that. But still, that Donovan Mitchell failed docked us, and then you still have a lot of like clunks in this roster. You know, you still don't really know a direction that the Knicks are going. Like, are they going young? Are they going veteran heavy? You still don't know because you still have these Fournier, D Rose, and all these other players on the roster. And I love D Rose and stuff like that, but it's still like which way are you going? So
Right.
that's been my biggest issue. Like, I'm always gonna be excited about the season. I'm still gonna go hard for the Knicks. But it's like, what are we doing? It's still we still don't know, and it's easier because we always live in the moment. We always live in the moment, so it's hard to say right now where we're going. So we don't know, but I still want to see more. And this season, we really don't know. This is gonna be one of the most unknown Knicks seasons in a while because you look into next season, you're like, all right, this roster's not that good. Like you was just not gonna win that many games. 2 years ago was an outlier. We all know that. Last year we thought was gonna be good.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Last year we thought they were
last
going
year,
40
we
or
did.
some 50s.
And it was a disaster. So now this year, they can do again a 2-year outlier. RJ can make that all-star leap, and Randall could do whatever, regain some of that 2-year form, and there's a lot of maybes,
Right.
but things can go bad too. Like you look at
Right.
the starting five, and Tom Thibodeau is the coach. You don't know which way he's gonna lean. So I'm gonna give this a C, not because I didn't like the Brunson or the hardest thing move, just because you failed on Donovan Mitchell and you still didn't really give a concrete direction for the way to go.
Yeah, because we still got Fournier, we still got Randall,
Yeah.
we still got people that are still in the way, Rose, that are still in the way for the young guys. So I do understand that.
I don't know, Triple M. I think you're being too harsh on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but that's where the impatience is coming from. That's why I feel like that for them to not do much is all right. Like it's all right for right now. I think what they're telling me right now for this season is that for right now we're gonna build with the guys we have. We do have tradable assets for the season. And again, we do have the draft capital if in case something does go down during the season. So that's why I'm not gonna again I'm not gonna press Leon Rose today. I'm gonna hold it down.
You gotta press Leon.
I'm gonna hold him down right now.
Three.
I'm gonna hold him down right now. It's the off season. I'm gonna hold it down for right now. Let's see what happens during the season. You might see me going on a rant, but for today, right now, the off season, we just gotta get the positive vibes right now.
Something else that I noticed we didn't mention as part of the off season moves is we got not Donovan Mitchell, sorry. That would have been nice though. But now, Mitchell Robinson signed him to a good deal.
That's true.
Questionable good deal, 4 for 60-ish.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, look at all these centers nowadays. They get paid, man.
How much did Robert Williams get paid?
Robert Williams got like 12, 12.5. But Robert Williams is already. How many games he's missed? This guy's been always out. I mean,
but he's proven himself.
He's proven. But look, he's already out 4 to 6 weeks. He got surgery a couple days
ago. This is after the contract, though.
No, it's after. I mean, he signed the contract a couple years ago too. So not considering that, you kind of, if he got paid that, you're gonna Mitchell Robinson is going to get paid just a little more than that, and he got paid more.
Yeah, he
But I
did.
still think he's fairly valued. You know,
Yeah.
you see guys like Allen from the Cavs. His dude got paid 20 some million. Granted, some might say he's better than Mitchell Robinson. I still think it's a little closer, but
He was an all-star this year.
he was an
Yeah.
all-star, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, bro, Mitchell Robinson's arguably one of the best defensive centers in the league. And if he could like consistently play that way, he could do that. Plus, last year he started out injured, or I'm not sure what happened, getting used to his big body. But back to the off season, I feel like we got him at a reasonable deal.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead, we also signed R.J. Barrett at a reasonable deal. The whole discussion all summer was R.J. Barrett's going to demand the max, going to demand the max, going to demand the max. Guess what? He didn't. He didn't get a max deal.
Took a team friendly.
Granted, it's still 30-something million. It's still 30-something million.
I mean, but in New York, but it's New York though. Everything is. I mean, it is inflated. It is what it is. Bro.
And you still gotta show some love.
Yeah,
you still gotta show some love
right.
too. And I think that like you mentioned, Triple M in 2025 salary cap going up. That deal is gonna be. It's still gonna be some, but it's not gonna be one of the top deals. You know, so.
Hey, shout out to R.J. Barrett, our first rookie.
For real.
It's Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward, our first round pick.
And just to double back off that real quick, I think that's the message they're trying to tell us is that we're gonna take care of our guys that's been there for us in house. And honestly, that's a good message for the whole league, because then it just tells players, all right, they at least they're taking care of their guys.
They did do that with Randall. They did do that with RJ and Mitch. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I think that's the message. That's why I can't even give Leon Rose shit, because honestly he's taking care of the guys that's been there. And yeah, the deals right now they may look expensive, but let's see what happens in a few years once the salary cap goes up. That Jalen Brunson deal, that Mitchell Robinson deal, if as long as they continue to play well, I mean honestly that their contracts looks like value.
Yeah.
They're all descending offers, which means descending deals, which means that every year they go down. So they start off high and they go down. So
right.
It's gonna look in 2025. There's a lot. You can't go into it now, but those deals are gonna be favorable. They're gonna be good deals that are gonna be good to deal. Especially that Mitchell Robinson deal, as we mentioned, as Don Juan just mentioned. He's young. He's still young, so he still has room to grow. So if he does grow and fill up that potential, he can be a nice trade piece for
somebody.
Especially when you consider all the picks we got. You tag that all up.
Right.
It's a hell of a package. But about that injury quick too. I honestly think that RJ was only involved in the trade because he just did it. It was more like, let's see if he really wants to deal with us. I'm convinced that he was never gonna trade Mitchell to us.
So what you're telling me is just trying to be an asshole.
I just think that Leon Rose was making an offer, just saying like, let's see if he gonna take this, let's see if he gonna take that. And he was just saying no to everything, to the point that it was like, because honestly, I'm convinced there had to be some insider, like, Leon to Donovan Mitchell, they already had a relationship. You saw Donovan Mitchell everywhere in New York this summer. He had a tour, was out here in Citi Field. Every other game was at Madison Square Garden for the Rangers playoff run. Like
throughout the first
this dude was everywhere, bro. Yeah, Dyke, like, bro, Rucker, like, he was everywhere this summer. So it was like a little, like, welcome home party.
Right.
And Danny Ainge probably saw that back in Utah, like, this guy thinks I'm trading him over there.
Yeah, nah. But that's the other reason why I can't even give Leon Rose shit today, because for real, he held it down. He held it down. He held it down. Because honestly, if we would have gave him a Minnesota type of haul, honestly, we would be tight today. I'll be guaranteed, bro. We'll be talking about like, damn.
I don't think
maybe not tight today. Maybe tight next offseason.
Next offseason, nah, you're right. But still, though, we would have been tight at some point.
Let's finish this Donovan Mitchell, because we could go on there with this Donovan Mitchell. But I agree with Don Juan as far as, because you look at the Cavaliers package, which was five picks, 3 unprotected, 2 protected, and you think, according to all reports, that they made that deal and then they accepted the deal. They didn't even go back to New York to see if New York would trump that offer, which I guarantee you, if the Knicks would have saw that Like, what players did they have? Laurie Markkinen? Are you kidding me? Colin
Colin
Sexton?
Yeah.
Come on, like those are players that are not really, when you're talking about RJ that the Knicks reportedly included, or even a Grimes,
Nah, they're better. Yeah.
like
nah.
they have more, and then you could have added the picks. You could have definitely easily added the pick. So I feel like I agree with you as far as like Danny Ainge was really like freestyling, and there's just a lot going on with this. There's a lot of politics that we're just not aware of.
Right.
And even Donovan Mitchell, when he got reported about, or when he got interviewed by Windhorse, he even said it like, I woke up thinking I would be a New York Knicks.
Right.
So a lot went on there, and it was just a confusing situation. But man, let's just get out of this Donovan Mitchell
It feels good.
rabbit
to talk about
hole.
it.
Yeah,
Let it
it
all
feels
out.
good to get it out of there, but let's get out of this rabbit hole, man.
That's it.
Let's
Out
focus
there.
on this 15 players we have now, right now.
Yes,
And we're gonna
sir.
go into
Big
the
15,
season,
baby.
15. Let's go into the season, and we cannot go into the season without talking about our head coach, Tom Thibodeau. I mean, the New York Knicks have struggled with head coaching for a long, long time, and Tom Thibodeau last year displayed the same mechanics and the same things that get coaches fired. I mean, you just blew a lot of double-digit leads that falls a lot on coaching. You know,
Yeah.
you didn't play quickly when the season was clearly over. Evan Fournier played 80 games. Alec Burks started to like game 78.
That's
You know,
crazy.
Tom Thibodeau was as hard-headed as you can be last year, and it was truly, truly disappointing. You know, especially after he won Coach of the Year and absolutely overplayed the squad. You know, we did not have a fourth seed squad 2 years ago, and he got us there. And then last year was a complete disaster. So we have to talk about Tom Thibodeau and the pressure he's going to feel this year. So I'm going to start with you again, Don Juan. Talk about Tibbs' pressure this year and how soon will be the trigger to start the fire Tibbs chance at Madison Square Garden, honestly.
Honestly, pressure's on, man. I feel like last year, I remember I was always saying like, you can't put too much pressure on him because the front office kind of failed him in a sense. They didn't surround him with guys that benefit him and his system.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's also because it goes back to 2 seasons back when we went fourth seed. Based off, we were exposed. We needed more scoring. So what the front office did? Let's get some scorers. Let's get this. But they kind of let the defense kind of slip, and that's Tibbs' bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
And by failing to do that, now you're forcing him to play. You know how he knows, put the vets in and whatnot. But guess what? This summer, the front office did their job. Granted, they didn't get the prize, so to say, but they got a formidable point guard. They got a pretty good backup center in Hardesty, because that's another thing too. We were missing Noel, who was a good defensive center. He missed most of the season, but I was actually done with him.
I've been done with him.
But we get some flexibility with this guy who's also going to replace Gibson. Like, I think the front office did a better job. They could have done even better by maybe trading Fournier for someone that could fit to the system. But even still, I still think that the front office did this a good job this year. That it should be up at Tibbs, like up from last season.
Yeah.
And now now we have to see if Tibbs is their coach to take us to the next level.
Yeah.
Tibbs, at the end of the day,
he hasn't proven that he is.
He hasn't.
No.
He hasn't at all. And I really think that, this year he has to find a way to play the young guys. Like, it's just play the young guys, but also to mesh it enough that it's not messing up with the vets.
Right.
And maybe not so much vets plural, more Julius Randle. Like, how do you find a way to play Julius Randle, but also find minutes for Obi Toppin? And now that we got this backup center, and we still got Sims, but Sims, I don't think he's gonna be playing much unless barring any injury or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's more like finding the right rotation. I feel like he was so consistent with his rotation that he didn't really explore and see what meshes right, what meshes and what doesn't.
Right.
And I remember last season you had mentioned like playing Obi and Randall more often. That would have worked. And I checked the advanced stats, and apparently that was actually a good thing. I didn't really like it because defensively I don't think it worked. But sometimes like you gotta explore, and I don't
Right.
think he even like
That
like
wasn't
even
even
like
on
that
it.
didn't come through his mind.
No.
So I think this year is really precious on because man, we really got a team
Yeah.
that we don't even know what we got yet because he's limiting those guys from actually exceeding expectations or reaching their potential.
No, you're right. And now he can't even make the excuse that I wasn't consulted on the players coming in. Like he was fully there in the table. He knew exactly all the people
I
coming
mean,
in. So
Theo Tibbs.
Yeah,
It's
right.
Theo Tibbs, his Uncle Tibbs right there.
Yeah.
He had to be consulted.
I had to make sure because now that I'm looking at it, Kimball Walker was definitely not a Tibbs type of player.
Or Fournier.
Or Fournier.
Or Fournier, but Kemba for sure.
Even Cam
I
Reddish. Cam
remember-
Reddish he even complained about it when we made the trade. He was
Right.
like, you know one thing about Tibbs is that he calls it. He says it how he calls it. Like he said, how you want me to play Cam Reddish when I didn't take nobody out the rotation?
Right.
And even a lot of things this year that we don't agree. He was like, you don't see what I see. Nobody still sees what he sees. But he's like, you didn't watch the game 3 times, so it was a lot. But he's in a lot of pressure. And what you think about it? And how many games you giving Tibbs before you start a fight? Let's say the Knicks start 6-12 after 18 games. 6-12. You started a fire Tibbs champ.
Jeez.
Man, 6-12. I guess it depends on how we lose in these 12 games. If we doing the same shit we did last year where we just losing these games in the fourth quarter, then I'm gonna be like, all right. If I don't see any type of adjustments from him, then I'll be like, okay, we need to start.
Fourth quarter.
We need to start. Yeah, we need to start kind of thinking. We need to start thinking like, what's going on with this dude right now?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it depends on how we. It honestly, it's gonna depend on how we actually use it. If I see the improvement, then I'm gonna be like, okay. I mean, so some blame has to go on the players. It can't just automatically go on Tibbs. But for me, honestly, it has to. I'll start those chants probably All-Star break. I'll probably start those chants depending on how we go. Now I'm giving them the All-Star break because it takes time.
You really optimistic.
Bro. I mean, listen. I
This
know
is
we
what
not.
the Knicks need at Madison Square
Yo,
Garden.
for real,
That's
cause
what
the way
Look
cause the way
click into the
yo, for real, cause the way Knicks fans be acting, man, Knicks fans really do be wild. Knicks fans really do be wild. But yeah, bro, I mean, listen, I know we're not gonna win the championship. That's a given. Like, it's gonna be tough for us to make the play, and I'll be honest about that too. Like, I know it's gonna be hard, but again, I'm just looking for improvements. I'm looking for at least a 4 or 5 win jump this year.
Okay.
For real.
42.
Yeah. Honestly, that's all I want. I just want to see some improvement. I know we don't have the star right now, so again, because if you look at what the NBA has right now, the ones really winning the chip right now is the ones with the dudes that are top 5, top 10. So we don't have that. So yeah, bro. So yeah, let's give them to the All-Star break. Let's see what the rotations. Let's see what's going on with the team, and then we go from there.
Again, I don't want to be negative, man.
6-12.
The Knicks are 6-12, man. I'm gonna be at the Garden, and I'm gonna start yelling the 5-10. I'm gonna do it myself. All right. But that's just cannot fly this year.
6-12, bro.
Now, Tibbs chair is extremely hot because I'm gonna tell you why I believe Tibbs chair is extremely hot because there's a lot of good coaches out there. Utah Jazz, Quinn Snyder. He just left a very good situation, and he's like out of that pop tree and stuff. He's a very good coach. He will come in and do well. And even if we want to stay internal, Johnny Bryant, he's ready. He's ready, and I feel like
I think he almost had the Utah job too. I think he was one of the candidates too.
I'm not really sure about that, but I feel like he's been turning down jobs
Yeah.
because he sees
He
He
sees,
sees, yeah.
yeah.
He's looking and he's like, yo,
He sees he feeling the temperature. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm not in the hot seat, but I feel it from here.
exactly. He sees it, and a lot of Knicks fans would love to see Johnny Braun as the head coach.
Yeah.
So I feel like Chip's seat is hot because of those reasons. You know, there's a lot of good coaches out there, and let's be honest, he gave us the coach of the year
Right.
2 years ago, but last
He
year was
gave us
such
the
a
award.
disaster. And this New York is like that. New York is fast paced. New York is what are you doing for me lately? Bless you.
Thank
And it's like it could be it's a problem because we just always have this carousel of coaches and stuff, but it is what it is. It's New York City, you know.
Yeah.
The pressure's hot. You know, you got talk radio 24/7. You got Knicks fans wild, and you got all these other podcasts just straight talking about it. Oh, just there it is. Look, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, nah, don't want for some long.
Yo, let's.
Wow, what a reaction.
Yo,
What a
It
reaction.
was to the wall.
Let's go.
Eric, look at this Red Sox fan.
Let's go.
Hit the ball to the thing. Don Juan just jumped out of his seat.
Oh, that's a good
Let's
reaction.
go.
We can laugh at later on.
Four,
That's a
four.
good reaction we can laugh at later on.
Yeah.
Yo,
He got
I
me.
forgot
I saw it. Yeah,
It
bro.
looked like that center home run, man.
Yeah,
Furthest
Yo,
point
look at
in the
these,
stadium.
look at these dudes, bro. Looking like, come on, bro.
400 feet to center. It would have been a walk-off. It
Literally.
would've been classic.
Hey,
Ah, man.
Yo,
Sorry about
I
the
just-
interrupt.
You know what it
Yo, the way I
was? We
just
were
got
talking
dumped
about
hype,
Tom Thibodeau and stuff like that. We can't be talking about Tom Thibodeau, man. Let's move it along.
Yo, the way I just got dumb hyped. for no reason.
Let's finish this. Let's finish this show off with training camp battles we would like to see here at the New York Knicks.
training camp approaching. What
Starts
is it?
Monday,
Monday?
September 26th, people. Finally, we're gonna have basketball to talk about and not talk about Bulls. You feel me? So let's talk about these training camp battles that we want to see. And I'm gonna start with you, Zebo. What you thinking about these training camp battles you want to see? What do you want to see this training camp starting Monday?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see. I want to see how Obi does. Definitely this training camp. I mean, he definitely got some comp with Isaiah Hartenstein. Like I said, he could definitely stretch the floor. He can pass. He can shoot. And so I want to see how. I definitely want to see how Obi is gonna, take that challenge. Because yeah, I do want to see. I do want to see him. Listen, we have another year with him and Julius. We all been talking about whether we want Obi or Julius. Like it is what it is. Like we got both of them on the team. So I definitely want to see what he's brought this year to the bag. I mean. Last year, we saw the 3-point. We saw him like extend his range with the 3-pointer. I want to see what he does now. See if he can get a bucket off the dribble. See what he does with it. See if he has improved on his jump shot. Obviously, we know he can dunk. He can dunk it.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to see what he's brought to the bag. Like that's what I'm really hyped for.
Yeah, that's a great point. Obi's this is year 3 for Obi. So
Yeah.
we got to see this 30-year league
Yeah,
where most
right.
players take that leap. So
Yeah, I
We
mean,
saw
he was a high
RJ
draft.
last year.
Exactly, and he was a high draft pick. Like this is
Exactly.
so we definitely have to step up.
We gotta see what that pick hits. I mean, we haven't been lucky with those like
Nah.
late first round picks.
Yo, don't
Well,
even
late
mention, yo.
first, late lottery picks. Yeah, I've been lucky
Oh
with
my
those 8.
God.
You know,
I
9.
just saw Channing Frye's on that in one of those shows. So I don't even want to.
Hey, honestly, I think
Hey,
Channing Frye was good up until the injury.
Nah, man.
Bro,
No,
Channing
no.
Frye was hot, man. He was the stretch. He was like what a modern power forward is now. Maybe not so much.
Not on the
athletically,
Knicks though.
But he had the
Not
midi.
on the-
Though.
Nah,
He had a
he
midi.
had
with
he had a little
He had
mini,
the
but
midi on the Knicks. He started extending the 3 like later on.
Right,
Right,
when he had a
exactly.
bra on, and he was forced to shoot the quarter 3. But that's no here nor there.
He's
He's
still-
Let's
retired.
not go into Jenny Fry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
talk
man.
about the training camp battles we like to
But
see.
training camp battles, hey, one that I'm really focused on because, the second unit is gonna be interesting who comes off the bench first. And we already know Thibs is in love with his guys, Jordan Gibson, Barton Rose, the guys that he pretty much, made his career with. And I really hope that that's not the case this year, right? So I'm really focused on IQ and Rose.
Mm.
These are 2 guys that are pretty much fighting for the 6-man role right now.
Do you think they can play together though?
I do. I mean, we've
I mean,
seen
they
we've
play
seen
together.
them play together. We've seen them play together. Like
But
I
you want
don't.
to see who gets more minutes.
But I do. I want to see who's the guy that's gonna be relied on. I feel like D Rose at one point he wasn't our starting point guard, but he was like the point guard that was kind of finishing, right? He was closing for us, and I think that IQ should be that guy for us right now. Maybe not the point guard because we got
because
Brunson.
we definitely overworked
But-
those, I feel like.
But and that's the thing, like we need to preserve Rose this year as
Right.
much as possible.
Yeah.
And
he said
even
he's at his rookie weight.
I mean, let's see. I mean, bro,
He's
I'm
looking
not.
good.
I'm
He's
not.
looking
I mean,
good.
it's just great. I'm glad that he's healthy. You know, the guy's overcome so much throughout his career. But I think that that battle between IQ and Rose, and I think Rose is okay. I mean, Rose pretty much been a mentor to IQ.
Honestly, I think he'll be good. Like if he ends up if he sees that IQ is can definitely go ahead and step up and take those minutes, I think he'll be fine with it. Like I think he knows what point I think he knows the point of his career right now that he doesn't mind taking a step back.
Let me ask you two a question that I want you to think about while I give my training camp better on seat. Give me, 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks down by 4.
Rotation.
What is the starting 5 you want to, not starting, the closing 5 you want to see down the stretch? Think about it. Think about it, fellas. Think about it. I'm going to give my training camp battle I want to see. My training camp battle I want to see is Quentin Grimes and Evan Fournier, because let me tell you something, man. Let me get the bring the camera, man. If Evan Fournier is our starting shooting guard opening night, I just don't know what I want to do. I might start the fire tip chant on opening night. I'm gonna be in the building. We all gonna be in the building. Evan Fournier did a great job in France. Whatever captain you want to say. Quentin Grimes should be our starting shooting guard this season without a doubt. A lot of people could say Cam Reddish or whatever you want to do, or RJ, and put Cam at the 3. Look, let me tell you, Quentin Grimes should be our starting shooting guard because that man plays his role. He plays his role to the T. He doesn't need the ball. You pass it to him, he's open, he's going to shoot it. He plays defense. He does everything we need in that backcourt. That Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, 1, 2, 3, that's formidable, And I think, I'm saying this on the air right now, I think if Quentin Grimes gets enough minutes, he could take that Desmond Bain type leap.
Let me ask you though, real quick. If you see that Evan Fournier though, because this is a 3-point, like it's a shooter's league right now. If Evan Fournier is shooting it well from 3, would you reconsider that though? If he's shooting over 40,
I won't reconsider it because I feel like he's a lethal weapon to have on the bench. You bring Evan Fournier in that 7th, 8th. You bring him in with D Rose, or you bring him in with a Quickly. You can mix and match. He's cooking up bench players. But when you're talking about, think about the starting 2 guard for every team. We could go down the list. You could go even down the list, even in the Eastern Conference. You're talking about Boston. They have a good Jaylen Brown. You're talking about Brooklyn. Well, Joe Harris is okay or whatever, but you go down the Eastern Conference, which is a tough division that we got that tough conference. You look at every team and you're like, all right, that's who. So like Evan Fournier, he shoots. That's his thing. Broke the record, MSG. It wasn't a high record, but it was still something. It was still something to talk about.
Shot over 40%.
It was still something to talk about, but he just can't start because he can't guard a cone. He's just slow on his feet. And let me tell you something, Evan Fournier off the bench, now that could be something to cook up.
A little more enticing.
You give that man a couple minutes off the bench, he gets hot, he gives you 5, 6 threes in second and third quarter ending. Like,
okay. Yeah, no, I agree.
So Quentin Grimes is that he plays defense.
He plays deep.
He can shoot as well as Evan Fournier, and he can dribble too. He can dribble.
He's gonna be our Alex Burks. He's gonna be our Alex Burks. Like you brought it up before as far as the replacement for Alex Burks. That is the replacement.
So let's finish the show off quickly, fellas.
You said
starting 5, closing 5. Don Juan.
Closing
Give me a
five.
quick closing five right now.
Closing five is who I think should be the starting five. Brunson, RJ, Grimes, whether it's Grimes or RJ are switching and shooting guard small forward, Randall and Mitchell.
Okay. So you're going with the same thing.
That's my starting
Brunson,
five. And that's my
RJ,
closing five.
Randall, and Mitchell. Zebo, what's yours?
For me, I would switch just because I feel like in the last 4 minutes of the game, the star is the one that's gonna have the ball in his hand, and I feel like the one that's gonna be the one that's gonna have the responsibility of defending the star is gonna be RJ Barrett. So everything else is not. I mean, it's important, but it's not gonna be. But I think at that point, we need people that's gonna get us buckets.
Give me the
and
closing
free throws.
five. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I agree with Don Juan, except for Quinn Grimes. I was switching for Fournier for the last 4. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Just because I know I can rely on him on the free throw line. I know he's gonna make his free throws, and if I do need a 3, if he's open, I know he's gonna make it.
That's correct. Listen, I'm gonna go a little bit out the box. Of course, I gotta go with my guy Brunson. Just starting off, he showed in Dallas
Yeah.
that he can do his thing, and we need that we need that
we
vet
do.
presence, and I'm actually gonna go right here
Oh, wow.
with D Rose. D Rose as my 2. I'm going with D Rose as my 2. At the 3, listen to these fellas. At the 3, I'm really all in this on Quinn Grimes. I really
Wait,
like
what?
Grimes.
Oh.
See, you must be going small, bro.
I'm going
Hold
small.
on. You must
I'm
be off the
going
nutcracker
small.
right now. 'Cause the way you talking right now, you must be off. You must be off the.
Who's that?
I'm going small. At the 4, I'm going RJ.
Mm.
6'7".
He
No.
ain't that small, right?
Yeah, he's lengthy. I mean, you look at the 4s around the league, they like playing outside. RJ, he could defend on the outside and all that. And at number 5, I'm going with Julius. Big body, we need big bodies, we need the rebounds. And I need that Randall, because let me tell y'all something with y'all 2 closing lineups. Mitchell Robinson just cannot make free throws. And, we need somebody who can be represented at the line. You talk about Mitchell Robinson, and it's just like you can hack him, and you might get 0 points out of a possession. And if the Knicks are lucky, you might get 1.
Yeah,
So
I think
I'm not putting him down in my closing. I'm sorry. He could be my starter, obviously, but he's just not gonna be in my closing lineup because I need people that can shoot free throws at the line, and I feel like Randall can hold it down at the 5. He's a great rebounder, defensive rebound.
Yeah.
And he can hold it down. So my closing lineup: Bronson, the vet D Rose, Quinn Grimes, RJ, and Randall. So let's see. I wrote everybody's thing down. Put it on social media. We can put it on social media. See what people like.
Yeah, one could agree a little, but I mean, and honestly, I don't see like Brunson. I know he can get me a bucket. D Rose, let's see how
D Rose can get you a bucket. Come on.
He give me a bucket.
D Rose can get you a bucket.
He give me a bucket. Let's see.
Grimes can shoot it if he's open, and then RJ can take it downhill. And you got.
I do want to see. I want to see how Grimes does act within the last 4 minutes of the game. We'll see. At least I know Fournier has. He's proven that that the last 4 minutes first game last year, first game against Boston, bro. Who stepped up for us?
It was him.
It was him.
You're right. Let's close out this show, man. As always, thank you for watching the show. Our first live in-person episode. This was so fire. Look, I could touch my God. My pal right here. Oh, wow. Let's get up out of here, Zero. Tell the people what's up, man. Get us up out of here.
Yo, follow, like, subscribe. Like, we're gonna be here all season. We did take a little break. Just trying to make sure we get everything right. But we'll definitely be here. We'll be obviously we'll be here doing these live shows. It's gonna get better and better. So yeah, man, just keep following my guys. Follow me on all social media platforms, and yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you, 6 man of the year, Zebo, for
Yeah,
joining
for
me,
real, bro. Hey,
Juan, get us up out of here.
bro. It was definitely like you said, man. It was great to be together here, man. This is something that we've been planning for a minute. finally coming to fruition, and it's gonna be more to this too. This is just a little preview what we got ready for you, man. I can't wait for the season to start. We got training camp around the corner. Season about a month away. It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be a lit year, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait for y'all to join us on this ride, man. We about to turn it up, man. Especially, man, when we in the games. Woo, those games about to be fire, baby.
The opening night, ladies and gentlemen, we at the building. We're gonna be at the building opening night. But let me get us up out of here. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow us all on the Instagram, Twitter, everything, YouTube, subscribe. We're gonna have a little giveaway soon coming up. Again, we gave the RJ Bear shout out to our guy Josh. Shout out to our guy Joshua Cunny. You know, he won that RJ Barrett jersey and shit. But you already know the vibe, man. Triple M, Debo, Don Juan in the building. Wow.